Hello, my name is Liliana Flores. I study the career in industrial design. I'm in sixth semester, and this is my proposal presentation for the workshop on air pollution prevention, smoke and ashes awareness in Puebla City. My area of research is the volcanic ash and polluted air issue affecting Puebla City and its surrounding areas. The air pollution caused by smoke and volcanic ashes from volcano Popocatépetl. Well, this presentation will focus on how we can shift the cultural code surrounding the issue and develop better strategies to mitigate the impact on a citizen's daily life and create awareness on how exposure to the polluted air can affect health in a short and long term, household appliances and public areas and transportation. The research framework. First, we go in the introduction as a background on volcanic activity in Puebla City, with an emphasis on the Popocatépetl volcano, general overview of volcanic ash composition and its potential hazards, then the nature of volcanic ash and its dispersion, characteristics of volcanic ash, the chemical composition, particles, and the behavior on the atmosphere, weather and wind patterns that may cause and affect the dispersion in Puebla City, the frequency and intensity of volcanic ash events in the region. Then we move on to the impact to the public health, the short-term effects and the long-term effects, respiratory issues like asthma, bronchitis, irritation on the throat and eyes, skin and eye irritation, increase of cases, allergy, and cardiovascular stress. Then we move on to the impact on public transportation, disruption on road visibility, and safety concerns, effects on public transit vehicles, including engine and air filtration system damage. Increased maintenance cost and operational disrupts, strategies for mitigation and adaptation, government response to emergency preparedness plan, public awareness and campaigns and protective measurements for citizens, innovative and public transportation resilience to volcanic ash, recommendations for maintaining household appliances and infrastructure in affected areas. And a summary of the key findings are recommendations for policymakers, public institutions, and residents, and future research directions to improve the resilience against volcanic ash. The objective of the workshop is to raise the awareness among citizens of Puebla City about the impact of volcanic ash pollution on a daily life and provide practical strategies for prevention and mitigation. Through interactive discussion and expert-led sessions, participants will gain a deeper understanding of the short and long-term health risks associated with the ash exposure, as well as its effect on public transportation, economic, on a daily life, household appliances, and infrastructure. The workshop will equip attendees with essential knowledge on protective measures, emergency preparedness, and best practice to minimize the damage and health risk. By fostering community engagement and proactive response, this initiative aims to enhance resilience and ensure the well-being of the population in the face of recurring volcanic activity. The possible limitations to the workshop include a limited public engagement. Some residents may not attend due to lack of awareness or interest. Research constraints, insufficient funding or materials may limit the effectiveness of the demonstration and protective gear distribution to the citizens. Retention of information, access to vulnerable groups, researching elderly individuals, children, or people in the remote areas may be challenging. Unpredictable volcanic activity, the frequency and severity of the ashfall may vary, making it difficult to actually create the specific actions and plans. Implementation challenges. While residents may face difficulties applying prevention measures to the financial or logistical variance. The hypothesis of the workshop is raising awareness through the educational workshops on volcanic ash pollution in Puebla will lead to improve the public understanding and better preparedness, more effective preventative measurements, and ultimately reducing the health risks and infrastructure damage despite existing limitations in engagement, resources, and implementation. The research method is through surveys and questionnaires distributed to residents, public transportation workers, and local authorities to evaluate the knowledge, experience, and preparedness regarding volcanic ash. A field of observations assessing the visible impact of ash on transportation, household appliances, and public spaces, and at least a data analysis with quantitative analysis, statistical evaluation of surveys responses on health reports and environmental data to identify the patterns, and a qualitative analysis thematic review of interviews and observations to understand the perception, challenges, and recommendations. The users involved will be the general public, residents of Puebla City, health professionals, doctors, respiratory specialists, transportation workers, bus drivers, public transportation operators, and maintenance personnel dealing with the impact on vehicles and the road conditions, business owners and technicians, those responsible for maintaining the infrastructure, educational institutions, schools and universities conducting research and educating students on the environmental risks. Props needed for the workshop is the protective equipment, face masks, safety goggles, and gloves for the demonstration purposes, air quality monitors, tools such as filters, portable air quality sensors, educational materials such as posters, brochures, and infographics explaining the effects of volcanic ash and preventive measures. Multimedia support, projectors, screen, and video showcasing real-life impacts and mitigation strategies. A water filtration model demonstrating of how the ash may affect the water supplies and how to filter it, and household protection kits, example of plastic covers, filters, and cleaning tools for protecting appliances in indoor spaces. The workshop tasks: introduction and awareness session explaining the impact of volcanic ash on health, transportation, and infrastructure, then a demonstration of protective measures, how to use the proper mask, eye protection, and indoor safety practices, interactive air quality monitoring, showing up and teaching participants how to assess air pollution levels, household protection strategies, emergency preparedness, training and educate on evacuating procedures, first aid and community response strategies, question and answer and discussion panel, engaging with local experts and authorities, and distribution of educational materials, providing the brochures, infographic, and emergency contact information. These are the references for the investigation. Thank you.